Welcome back. If you value clear, unbiased breakdowns that go beyond the sound bites, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive like this.
Bondi, you go right ahead. I'm over here. The time is yours.
Thank you. First, he brought up the president saying they indicted me twice. They sure did. They tried to impeach him twice. And you, Mr. Nadler, were one of the leads on the impeachment. I was on the other side. I lived that with you. During impeachment, you said the president conspired, sought foreign interference in the 2016 election. Robert Mueller found no evidence, none, of foreign interference in 2016. Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump? You all should be apologizing. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. You know, all they want to do, the American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million, and Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over, the Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year. National median rents have fallen to a 4-year low, thanks to Donald Trump. That's why they want to focus on Epstein and our most transparent president in the nation's history. The murder rate, as I said, has plummeted to a 125-year low, thanks to Donald Trump. For an unprecedented 9 straight months, there were 0 illegal border crossings at the southern border. That's what we should be focused on. All the great work that this president has done and will continue to do to keep America safe and to make Americans safe.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi. I agree with you totally. I think you've done a fine job. I think that Democrats, in fact, should be apologizing to the Epstein victims for doing nothing during the 4 years that they were running the government. We did not hear about this, and it took you and President Trump to finally provide transparency and give answers to the American people, and I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you also for standing up for truth today and for fighting back against the theatrics and the time waste that you will endure over the next hour or two. I want to apologize on behalf of my colleagues on the left. They're not all that bad, but they've got to put on a show, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that, and I would like to yield the last, I'd say 40, but 40 is 80 seconds. The clock says 40, but I've got 80 seconds since I was so rudely interrupted, and I'll give all 80 seconds to Chairman Jordan.
And I would just yield to the Attorney General if she has anything to add.
I'm fine to continue. Thank you, Chairman.
All right. The chair now recognizes, the gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from California.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would note that Mr. Nadler's question has not yet been answered, but I want to start by asking that out of respect for the American public.
Tonight on Capitol Hill, a fiery exchange turned a routine oversight hearing into a headline-grabbing political showdown. What began as questions about accountability quickly spiraled into a clash over impeachment, the Mueller investigation, Jeffrey Epstein, and even the stock market. And if you only caught the viral clip, you may have missed the deeper political strategy unfolding in real time. The moment erupted when Attorney General Pam Bondi confronted Congressman Jerry Nadler over his role in the impeachment proceedings against former President Donald Trump. Bondi did not simply respond to a question, she went on offense. She accused lawmakers who led impeachment efforts of never apologizing to Trump, specifically referencing allegations that he conspired with foreign actors in the 2016 election. To understand this exchange, we have to go back to the origins of the Russia investigation. In 2017, then Special Counsel Robert Mueller was appointed to investigate Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election and whether members of the Trump campaign coordinated with Russia. The Mueller report concluded that Russia did interfere in the election, primarily through social media operations and hacking efforts. If you are finding this context helpful, subscribe now because we break down the legal nuance behind the political theater. Bondi then shifted the conversation to Jeffrey Epstein. She accused lawmakers of focusing on the issue now while failing to press former Attorney General Merrick Garland in prior years. Here again, context is critical. Epstein was first investigated and charged during the George W. Bush administration, reached a controversial plea deal in Florida in 2008, and later faced federal charges in 2019 during the Trump administration before dying in custody. The case spans multiple administrations, Republican and Democratic alike. Bondi's broader point was transparency. She highlighted the release of millions of pages of documents and credited Trump with signing legislation related to disclosure.